was pulling Lincoln out of the fire, he woke up long enough to tell me to call John Donovan.
Did you help Lincoln Clay murder Sal Marcano and all prominent members of his crime family?
You're goddamn right I did.
It's a dangerous course you're contemplating.
And what do you think we should do?
Sal Marcano deserves to die. I won't argue otherwise. Kill him. But let that be the end of it.
That's not enough!
Right now, my priority is getting the hollow out from whoever ended up with it.
Figured as much.
Haitians? Who replaced Baca?
Unknown. Managed to keep his identity a secret.
Nice trick you pulled back at the Haitian camp.
Do you know why Sammy and I were at war? Sammy and I were fighting because the people in the holler deserved better than a two-faced old man who handed out cans of food whenever the mood hit him. Marcano replaced Sammy with a man named Richie Doucette. Do you know of him?
Assume he's Dixie Mafia.
He's a wooster. Likes to kidnap black teenagers and take them out to the bayou. After starving them for a few days, he cuts them loose, tells them to run. Sometimes he brings out the dogs, you know, for old time's sake.
There are so many stories about Cassandra. As a girl, she was kidnapped, killed, and brought back to life by a voodoo priest. She watched swamp rats rape and murder her sister. She shot her own father and dumped his body in the swamps. It's impossible to know what's true.
Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven. But nobody wants to die.
Surprised to see you out here.
Decided to get some fresh air. That heroin the Dixie Mafia's been selling? It's run out of there by a man named Charlie Kincaid.
Meaning all the other dealers around here kick up to him.
Charlie stays away if he can help it, so you're gonna have to put the squeeze on him. I flagged a couple of his guys. You get them to talk, they'll tell you how to get to him. Now, from what I hear, Charlie's only in this for the money. He's not a true believer like those other Dixie Mafia assholes.
So maybe if I talk sweet to him, he'll decide to bail on Doucette and come work for me. Assuming I can draw him out.
I got something I can help you with that. That's what I wanted to show you. New Bordeaux's on the standard communication grid, so getting a system of wiretaps up and running should be fairly easy. Just install this little beauty on a junction box, and I'll be able to construct an intelligence map of the nearby area.
How many more of these you got?
Just those. The parts are on an agency watch list. But if we manage to dig up more of them, we could wiretap the entire city.
All right.
God damn it! People think living under these commie motherfuckers is so great they should move their asses over to Moscow. You find more of these, you bring them to me.
You are way too sensitive about that shit, man.
Oh, fuck those motherfuckers. Fucking traitors. I'll see you when it's time to move against Charlie. On set.
walking bird dog. Just a walking bird dog. If you don't know how to do it, show you how to walk bird dog. Come on now, come on, come on.
Just give me time.
Rich ain't exactly over the moon about this. He and Trigger were fucking tied. Now he's gotta explain to Georgia how his guy let this happen. The fucking mess.
What'd he say about the fans?
Jesus Christ!
Four-Finger Charlie told Zeke to go fuck himself.
So they're just supposed to sweat to death in there, packing the dope?
That's what Zeke said. Charlie said, better that than little clouds of heroin blowing in everybody's eyes because some folks can't take a little heat.
We need a doctor over here. Get fast.
He just shot him!
Someone do something.
What's Four-Finger got going on at the church?
There's all kinds of dope over at the church. If you destroy it, the boss is gonna lose a lot of money.
That's a big help. Thanks.
But I'm serious, man. You heard about the curse that was put on Bobby?
That boy was weak-minded. And you are too, if you believe in that voodoo nonsense.
They say he couldn't get it up after that. Had the car accident, couldn't sleep, hair started falling out.
It was all in his head.
Oh, yeah? So why'd he shoot himself?
Listen to me. That poor sumbitch got drafted. You know Bobby wasn't about to go to no war. And don't let them goddamn heathens and their devil worship nonsense get in your head.
All I know is if I catch him cherry-picking from the tithes again, he'll be wishing he'd been drafted after the ass-kicking I give him.
We are gonna go out to dinner later on. Maybe try to do a little dance. As for anything more than that, let's just say I wash my bed sheet. Here's the thing, young blood. Music can't see. It only feels. So you could call it black music, white music, whatever. But the only thing that really matters touches your soul. We've talked about getting back together and playing a few shows. But I feel like it's a young man's game. Us old folks are aware of everything it costs us. Hard not to question if it was worth it in the end.
Strangest thing I've ever blessed would be a young woman's undergarments. She and her husband were having trouble conceiving, and she thought it might help. It was a little awkward, but their little girl was born last week. Praise God.
We've talked about getting back together and playing a few shows. But I feel like it's a young man's game. Us old folks are too aware of everything it costs us. Hard not to question if it was worth it in the end.
knocked up again.
Congratulations.
Like I need another goddamn rat to trip over. Told her to get on a goddamn pill, but she's too Catholic for that.
Know what? You're better off doing like I did. Get off at the cat house.
Fuck. Probably be cheaper. Of course, if Doreen found out, she'd cut my nuts right off.
Trouble's on the way.
Run! Run! Huh? Huh?
Run! Run! You see what he's carrying?
Stay out of his way and he might not use it.
Stay out of his way and he might not use it. Don't like the look of that.
This shop's wines only, boys.
Whatever you say.
He's feeling Got him!
Show your ass.
You're gonna tell me about the dope operation.
The boss has got enforcers dealing around the hall.
Rest in peace, asshole.
Like the good book says.
Simply too much. From Mama never gets old.
Dead. I already done told you that.
She ain't dead. I just talked to her last week.
Just shut the hell up about Mama, all right? Every day is the same damn thing with you. She dead. This is the last time I swear on my mother.
You know how this works. Pay to play.
Run for your life!
Huh?
You know how this works. Pay to play.
Huh? Oh, hell! Run!
Huh?
Trying to get past the...
I've been listening in on old Charlie, and he isn't such a bad fellow. He's more of a kinder, gentler redneck, and as luck would have it, his wife is expecting.
Man in that situation usually doesn't care who he works for, long as he's still above ground.
Poor Sap starts blubbering when the two of them talk about names. Right now, it's between Bocephus and Thomas Lee. Anyway, his guys have the church locked down, and all of them are more of the shoot first, let God sort them out variety of redneck. You get your hands on Charlie, though. He'll do what he's told without putting up much of a fuss. All your intel's been updated.
You going back to the motel?
After I get something to eat, I'll see you when you're done dealing with these inbred assholes.
Where's he taking that piece, reckon?
I told Richie not to put Charles. Where'd he come from?
He ain't going nowhere.
Get me close! He's taking us out! He's taking us down! You assholes!
Run that motherfucker!
Shit, yeah!
Now I get to whoop you.
I promise I won't die so easy.
Son of a bitch!
Shit! Fucking Reggie! I didn't want to do this shit!
Can't have you talking. Send your men to the First Baptist Church. Those Dixie heathens have been handled.
I'll have some of my men come right over. And thanks.
Please state your name for the record.
Donovan, John.
Mr. Donovan, you understand that by appearing before this committee, you have explicitly waived your constitutional rights in regards to counsel and self-incrimination.
Sure.
And you further acknowledge that by appearing before this committee, you agree to disclose all information pertaining to the events that occurred in New Bordeaux during the summer and fall of 1968.
I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't.
You were an operative in the Central Intelligence Agency from 1953 to 1969. Is that correct?
That's right.
When did you arrive in Vietnam?
August of 1961.
Please describe for this committee the actions you took during your time in Vietnam.
I spent a couple months in Saigon. Then I was transferred to a base in Laos that was operated by the Special Activities Division. We trained and equipped the Hmong and then turned them loose on the NVA. We're running arms and supplies via the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
And you worked with Lincoln Clay in what eventually became the Phoenix program.
Within a year or so, Lincoln was heading up his own PRU. We'd cross over into Vietnam and locate enemy targets and either kill them or bring them back for interrogation. Just thinking about it? Jesus Christ. You wouldn't believe the shit we did to those cocksuckers.
Please watch me. This man's name is Jesse. We were just having ourselves a little conversation about Richie Doucet.
Listen, I ain't done nothing, you hear? I don't know anything. I was just taking a walking down the street and she just grabbed me is all.
You with Dixie Mafia?
No. Yes, I mean, shit. I did it for the money, you hear? I ain't got nothing personal against y'all. I don't even carry a gun.
Where's Doucette?
He's out at the abandoned amusement park to the west of here.
Banned Saturdays. What the hell is he doing out there?
From what I heard, it's because you've been tearing things up. Georgie's on a goddamn warpath. He wants Richie dead. So Richie, he grabbed what was left of the heroin and took off. Said he was gonna lay low until he could settle things with Georgie.
How many men he got with him?
Hell, I don't know. All of them.
Hand me that knife.
No, please. No, I ain't done nothing to y'all. No, please, I'm begging you. My mom, she...
Go on, get.
He could warn Doucette.
He ain't no threat to nobody. Let him run back home to his mama.
If you wrong, there'll be hell to pay.
Got a bad sense about this, man. Richie needs to work this shit out with Georgie.
Well, he ain't got no fucking choice. 'Cause if he don't, we fucked like your mama on prom night.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, better get back to it before Bobby starts hollering again.
All right, then. Watch your ass down there.
Merciful folk.
Welcome to Baron Saturday's Fun Park. We're sure happy to have you with us today. So put your troubles aside and enjoy yourself. You never know what that dirty old Baron's got waiting for you round the corner. Hooey!
Mighty kind to bring the hunt to us. Taking cover! Got me jammed!
Georgie sent you? Some bitch is fucking done.
Getting down low. Don't remember ordering me a coup.
Getting my ass down. Need a second to reload. How can a guy that big hide so well? No point looking here anymore.
What do we? Something here don't got eyes on his ass. Get the fuck over here.
That boy's slicker now, shit. We search every goddamn corner till we find him.
Now on your right, we got the Carnival Carousel. A nice place for you boys and girls to stay out of trouble. But if you're one of those adventurous types, you might want to head over and meet the meanest gators this side of the bayou. Try fucking on the crazy gator roller coaster. But be careful now. I hear those boys sure do love dog meat.
Give your heart to Jesus, boy. Starting to feel like that.
Welcome to the Bone Rattler. Ain't much resting in
I didn't mean to get mixed up in all this shit.
Big leg for second-guessing now, asshole. So you get your ass out there.
Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the casket at all times. And keep an eye on them kitties now, you hear? Enjoy the ride, y'all.
Run that motherfucker out of here. He's picking us off! Hey, motherfucker! Get my ass behind something!
Look at what the tide's brought in.
Killing us.
Shit! Gotta run him up! Boy, just learned to shoot this morning. Some bitch right there!
Draw him off me!
Shit, he's picking us off!
Just do the job.
Hop on in and go for a spin.
You know, we can work
And when you're back on solid ground, stop the yah-yah.
If y'all would come at
For a buck.
see her now. Go to...
Well, folks, you may know that wheel. And Lord have mercy at work. 'Cause there ain't a virtuous side in the view from the top. But don't take my word for it. Welcome, y'all. Oh, you'd like to hear a story? Well, I just happen to have one. So why don't you sit for a spell and have a listen to my tale about that devil beast known as the Rougarou.
Before you get hurt!
It all began in a small Negro village nestled deep in the bayou, far outside our civilized city. It was a place where slaves ran from the world and hoped to call home. But something else called this place home too. Something evil. And it was watching. Waiting. Now say what you will about the life of a slave, but those days brought the Negro folk closer to God. Saved many a soul from the lake of fire, that it did. But soon they started backsliding. desperate to fend off that beast, the simple-minded folks scarred the banks of the bayou with voodoo dolls. Horrific things made of human bones and hair, and painted in blood. But this dissuaded the Rougarou not one bit. And some say things got worse. Much worse.
He's got nowhere to go.
Came in the form of a young priest, Father Michael. The Lord.
You need to run this through, boy. You think you can come in here and steal my heroin without nobody noticing?
I'm not here to steal your heroin, Richie. I'm here to make you pay for what you did to Sammy and Ellis Robinson.
I didn't have nothing to do with that!
I watched you stab Ellis in the gut. I couldn't do nothing about it then, but I sure as hell can now.
God damn it! None of that was my idea, you hear? It was all Georgie, him and his old man. They wanted y'all gone, not me. What was I supposed to do? Say no?
Either that or make sure that I was dead.
Oh, no. No, please. Listen. Just decent thing would be to let a man get in a prayer before you kill him.
You can pray on the way up.
When I saw Richie Doucette hanging from that Ferris wheel, I felt a profound sense of disbelief. Nothing like this had ever happened before. You mobsters killed each other all the time, but it was generally a small, contained event. Some greaseball is eating spaghetti and meatballs at his favorite restaurant and gets popped in the head. But this was different. Even then, even before I knew who killed him, I knew that Richie had been put on display. Lincoln was trained in psychological warfare by the CIA. He wanted to terrify the mob, wanted them to know he was going to kill every last one of them, and that none of them would be able to stop him.
About the things happening right here in New Bordeaux. Things I don't think anyone could have ever predicted. Except yours truly, of course. Seems there's a gentleman out there, maybe he's even listening right now, who police are referring to as a violent agitator. Now hold on, that's not exactly right. Police are actually referring to him as a violent black agitator. Our own Chief Earl Wilson had this to say. The Negroes must be guided with a firm hand, and that hand must not be afraid to be raised if the situation calls for it. So while we get all kinds of opinions on who this person is and conjecture on what their motivations and how to deal with them, we avoid the obvious question. Of course, the obvious ain't ever the easiest. Instead of asking what kind of person commits these acts of violence, you gotta take a long look in the mirror and ask what kind of city creates a person like this. What were the circumstances to drive someone to do these things? What level of hopelessness did they descend into? What this presented itself as the only answer? How has this city failed one of its own in such a monumental way? And before you start nodding your head, pointing fingers and agreeing, remember, you might just be part of the problem. Because tonight, there's a boy out there hurting. Feels like there's no one he can trust, no one he can turn to. The damage he's doing will probably knock this city to its goddamn knees. And I only got one thing to say to that boy. Don't stop until the ashes go cold. Don't stop until their bones are dust. Don't stop until every last one of those motherfuckers is dead. This here's our wake-up call. Do you hear it? Because the hollow does. And when the hollow speaks, you better listen.
I got friends saying we ought to be sympathetic to the racists. That they don't know any better on account of those clothes.
Doucette's dead. The hollow's yours.
They say you strung him up on the old Ferris wheel.
He killed Ellis. Shit all over the people in this neighborhood. Doucette got what he deserved.
The righteous will rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He will bathe his feet in the blood of the wicked. That goes both ways, you know.
Thought you said all that was behind us.
My men are struggling with the notion that we now have to answer to the same men who killed Baca, who wiped out half our number.
If I was them, I'd get over it. We don't have time to go around coddling people.
Of course not. But gestures carry weight. And if you were to help my man Emmanuel, that's a gesture that would go a long way in calming nerves.
What's he need?
He oversees my reefer operation over at the boathouse. Help him, and I'll see to it you get a portion of the profits.
Just so we're clear, I'm expecting a cut of everything, not just what comes from selling weed. It's gonna cost a lot of money to take down Marcano.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you get your money.
You want to buy something? You need to talk to Cassandra.
She said you could use some help, assuming you're Emmanuel.
Assume at your own risk, Lincoln Clay.
So running the weed, y'all got a routine laid out?
We take a boat to the bayou, grab the bales, bring them back.
Bayou can be a rough territory. Dixie Mafia knows every inch.
Do those white boys scare you, Fred? Did they touch your zozo when you were a child?
Cassandra failed to mention your charming personality.
I highly doubt she forgot.
You do this kind of thing back in Haiti?
Back in my country, I was a hooligan, a priest.
Does a priest know about trafficking weed?
I did not run marijuana, Fred. My cargo was refugees, people. I saved their lives, got them away from Duvalier. But you probably don't know much about that.
We gonna have a problem, you and me?
Cassandra says we are partners, that everything is cool between us. Are we cool?
Don't think I'd call it that.
Neither would I. Cassandra might be able to let go of what you did to our people. But I cannot.
Maybe you'd be happier back in Haiti.
It was not my choice to come here. Leave my home. But I'm trying to make the best of it.
Aren't we all?
There are still Dixie Mafia scattered around the hollow. If you have the time, you should see to them. Convince them to leave